jamendo.com.
Yo, salute everyone, salute. Let's get it popping. Knicks Real Talk. It's a night show pregame. Knicks versus the Brooklyn Nets at the Barclays Center tonight. So we're going to get it popping and all that good stuff tonight, man. Hope everybody doing well. Had a great day. We in here, man. Let's get it popping. I'm going to bring my guest panel in a few, man, but we just going to break it down and get it popping first. Let's hope everybody doing well tonight, man. Ready to get it go, man. We have a great show tonight. I know it should be fire. We got a lot of things to talk about. A lot of things we're going to get into, man. We got a lot of Kimber news. We got some cheap league news, everything, man. We're going to get it popping tonight, man. So first and foremost, salute to everybody out there, man, for coming to join the show. Salute to the chat. We ready to get it, man. Knicks Real Talk. It's the night show. I'm in here, Divine. We're going to get it popping. Yeah, man, Knicks got to go on at the Barclays against the Brooklyn Nets tonight, man. We're going to be amped up about that game. You know, coming off that game we had against the Atlanta Hawks down there in Atlanta in the ATL. We gave them the business. I think we're looking forward to bouncing back, getting the thing, getting on, try to get this 2-game winning streak going and getting all that good stuff, man. But first and foremost, let's talk about a lot of things today. But let me salute everybody first in the chat, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. Salute to y'all for coming through tonight. Let's get it popping. Shaw Powell's already in the building. KJ, my band extension bad boy for life in the building tonight. Salute to him. KJ, like I said, Frank Mantle, my brother. Salute to you. Thank you for coming in as well. Everybody, man, the Fishers in the building. We good, man. We're gonna get it popping tonight. Real talk, man. Like I said, 7:30. We're gonna go over there to the Barclays, right there. See if we can get it popping in the Battle of the Borough tonight, man. I think it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting, and I think we're gonna get it popping, man. So I'm gonna bring the panel in here, man. KJ and Shaw Powell and all them gonna get up in here. We're gonna get it popping, man, and we just gonna get into this thing tonight, man. So yeah, man, game tonight at the Barclays, man, against the Brooklyn Nets. Brooklyn hot now, they number one in the division right now, sitting at 14-6. They're top of the Eastern Conference standings. They looking to make some noise tonight at the Barclays against the crosstown rivals, which is gonna be the New York Knicks, man. We're gonna go in there and try to handle our business tonight, man. I think it's gonna be a fun game. It's gonna be a exciting game on TNT, national televised game. You know how we do when we get on national television, how we get down here. So we're gonna get into all that, man. And really get into this thing, man. And we're going to bring in the panel members. And man, let me bring in my other part of the dream team, my other part of the crew, man. My man, it's KJ. KJ, what's good, man? What's good, my brother?
Salute, Knicks Real Talk. Salute, everybody. Let's get into it, man. A lot to talk about tonight. Just with the acquisition of point guard, our new starting point guard, and the great Alex Burke. Can't wait to see that happen tonight. And let's get into it, Devon. I'm here, man.
Yeah, salute. Real talk, man. Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. You know, wake up one morning, the next day you hear something totally different going on in the Knicks organization, but it's crazy. But you know, it's all good, man, because you know, we probably seen this coming, maybe not so early, but you know, the writing's on the wall. So we just gonna get that out the way, man, that we get to the game thing. But you know, for the game tonight, KJ, you know, we got the Knicks at the Barclays, man, against the Brooklyn Nets. You know, that's going to be a pretty crazy game tonight, man. Should be fire, should be fun. You know, and brother said Brooklyn pretty hot right now. They playing pretty good basketball, even though they took an L the other night against the Phoenix Suns. You know, and after we took an L against them, so it made our L against them not so bad. And you know, and that was good to see, man. We bring in my other panel guest, man, the other brother, man, that's in the building, man. We got my man Shaw Powers in the building with us, man. We just gonna get into it tonight. Shaw Powers, what's up?
Shaw.
Peace. Salute KJ, salute Devon, chat, what it do?
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Yeah, we ready to get into a shot, man. Like real quick, let me go over the what's popping with the teams right quick, man. We gonna as of right now, you know, for that we speak, let's the injury report right now for the Knicks guys. Listen, the following players questionable for the night's game against Brooklyn: Mitchell Robinson, non-COVID illness; R.J. Barrett, non-COVID illness; Nerlens Noel, right knee; Todd Gibson has a sore groin; and Derrick Rose, right ankle soreness. And for the Brooklyn Nets and their squad, man, let's see what they're going up against tonight. The Nets got Nick Claxton illness, non-COVID out; David Duke Jr. left hip out; Joe Harris ankle out; Kyrie Irving ineligible to play, he's out. So that's what your injury reports right quick, guys, because we got that out the way and everything. And you know, and then we're gonna, you know, so just, you know, get ready to get into the projector starting lineups right quick. Let me get all that out the way so we can get it popping tonight, man. Right now, for the projector starting lineups for the game tonight, you know, we got the Knicks. You know, we got obviously it's gonna be Alex Burke, the new point guard starting rather right now. We got Evan Fournier, R.J. Barrett, Julius Randle, and Mitch Robinson. That was as of 10 a.m. this morning. And that probably could change because they got Mitch Robinson on the question list and R.J. Barrett. So this starting line that I have up on the screen right now might change due to I got the information later on in the day. So we'll see how that goes. For the Brooklyn Nets, they project the starting line with James Harden, Patty Mills, DeAndre Embry, Kevin Durant, and LaMarcus Aldridge. That was as of 10 a.m. this morning, and that could be subject to change. So you know, that's what's happening right there. But yeah, man, I'm excited about what's about to go down tonight, KJ. You know, the Knicks going into Brooklyn, try to get on a 2-game winning streak after playing a good game against the Atlanta Hawks, trying to bounce back and get it popping down there, man. So I'm looking forward to that game tonight. I think it's going to be a real interesting game, depending on who's there and who's not there. But I'm looking forward for the Knicks to see how they start. I'm gonna do what Al Burke's there once again. I like what he did against Atlanta Hawks with that size. Shaw Powell and you know, KJ, with the size he brings to the table. Now that backcourt is like 6'6", 6'7", you know, and 6'6" rather. You know, I mean, I think that's good to see so far. So what you think, KJ?
Yeah, and you know what? And like I didn't think that Kemba would be out there. When I said before that I wanted to see Burks in the starting lineup, I thought it was gonna come in for Fournier. I didn't see this whole Kemba Walker thing came in left field, just like how we signed Kemba. So I like it because we're big now and we can switch everything on defense. Don't forget the Knicks right now with Kemba walking, it was terrible. Now with the ninth ranked defense without him in the lineup. So the analytics, the numbers say, look, you have to make this move, regardless of what people may say to you. So I think it's a great move, and it also inserts more scoring on that first unit. Our biggest issue right now is the first team offense. We cannot score. We're putting up 14, 15 points, but with the emergence of Alec Burke, we'll call him MJ Burke. My man is doing some things that almost similar to like a Jeremy Lin, but in some sense, as far as the story, what this man is doing for this team is great. And think about this, guys. It's positionless basketball. Let's not think he's a one. Anybody can bring the ball up. You can go Fournier, you can go RJ, you can go Barrett, Randall. So he's not traditional point guard, but he's going to help this team out. And like I said, Devon, I like the move a lot. It
Yeah,
helps
yeah,
our team
shot,
bigger.
yeah, absolutely shot, man. That was an interesting move. It came out of nowhere. Shocked everybody, and for not only in the Knicks fan base but in the NBA as well. But it is what it is, man. I think the move was pretty legit to me.
Yeah, it went down. It surely went down. I said it. I mean, we was talking about it the other night. Remember, I was saying, don't be surprised you see Kimber sitting over there with Kevin Knox on the bench and stuff like that. It's a big
Right.
surprise, but this guy here, Burks, he played pretty good ball the other night, and it makes the starting lineup a little bigger, so they play a little better switch off defense. So I'm always with that.
Yeah, real talk, man. That's actual fact right there because sometimes like KJ always say the numbers don't lie. You know what I mean? And with him in the starting lineup, this was tough for us. You know what I mean? And Kemba Walker's a great ball player, man. And you don't wish it on nobody, but sometimes it's about the team. You know what I mean? It's really not about an individual player and trying to stroke somebody's ego. It's about what's best for the Knicks team moving forward. And I think these guys came out of the gate the way they came out. They wasn't happy that you think about it in the last, 14 games, we like 6-8. You know what I mean? And I just think that wasn't cutting it with the organization and with Tibbs trying to do something to get to another level here. And I think that Kimba, good as he is, man, he just wasn't fitting the mold that we needed. We needed a guy who could play defense, guys who can go out there and get it popping. You know what I mean? And I do think that he just wasn't the guy in that starter lineup because of his defense liabilities, KJ, and this, just the pick and roll defense, bigger guard getting over him. Like I said, the ratings is crazy. When he in the lineup, we only scoring like 90-some points a game, and when he out, we giving up like 114 or something like that. So we got to really understand that why they made that move, and I'm okay with it.
Absolutely, Devon, and also Devon and Shot. The thing is, what Burks does for the team when he's in the game, he's a standard point guard, simple point guard. He's not going to force it to the hole. He's not going to penetrate fast. What he does, he makes the team better. And what I mean by that is when this man has the ball, he doesn't always attack. He takes it back out, backs it out, and spread the floor to see what's open. So he got so many options. Either he's going to pass the ball, he could take you in, or he could shoot the ball, and he's very crafty when he does it. Like some of the things I see him do, I'm like, there's no way this guy could move this fast because you're not thinking of Alec Burke handling the ball the way he's handling as a traditional point guard. But the team plays better with him in the lineup, so I understand the reason why he did this move. And like I said, I've been saying it over and over again. We need to start Alec Burke. I didn't think he was going to take Kemba's spot. I didn't think that was going to happen. But it seems to me that it's some more things with this Kemba Walker story. Some things had to happen because think about this, guys. Last year, we were so much on Alfred Payton, right? We said, nah, you got to get this guy out. But what did Tom Thibodeau do with Payton? He let the man start majority every game until they got to the playoffs. So now why in 20 games did he remove this situation from Kemba Walker? So it's like, it's some more legs to this story, and obviously you see the trade rumors going on now. So to me, I like the move. I've been saying clamoring for this guy to come out in the starting unit, and guess what's going to happen now, guys? It's going to open up more roster spots for the young guys like a Grimes, like maybe a Sims, or even a Deuce McBride. Hopefully to get in. It depends on the situation. So I love the move, and I think it's going to help the Knicks out.
Yeah, real quick, man. I got my brother, my other partner in crime in the building, man. One half of the whole conglomerate, the streets of brothers. CT is in the building, man. We ain't here. CT, what's good?
Salute, fam. Divine, KJ, Shah, cousins in the chat. I hear spitting facts, and I just had to chime in, show some love. And I'm excited.
Indeed, yeah. Shah Powers, real quick. I just think it was the right move moving forward, man. Because like I said, to me, you know what, Kimba's a good player, man. He came in here, but the Knicks don't owe nobody nothing. You know what I mean? He gave him his money, and they want to see what he could do. You know what I mean? And it didn't work out, man. To me, like you meet a girl or something, you want her to have something, keep going for a minute, but next thing you know, y'all both part ways because it didn't work out. You know what I mean? And then to me, that's just how this thing is with Kemba Walker. You know, we gave that opportunity coming here to start for the Knicks. And we had a feeling this might happen, like you said in the past screenshot, because he's not really a tips player when it comes to defense. Is not adequate enough to me, and that's not a type of player that Tom Thibodeau want. But being that the organization, you know, he respects the organization. They want to bring him in. They brought him in and give him that try. But right now, you know, it just seemed like it just wasn't, the move didn't really benefit us in no way. Yeah, Shaf, that's for you, my brother. Hey, CT, why don't you go ahead and take that? I think Shah might take that answer question.
Yeah, I think Shah's getting some things right. But yeah, I'm with it. You know, like I said, we talked about it when the Ian Begley story dropped. I think it was about 2 weeks ago, that some people in the starting five had expressed displeasure at some other dudes in the starting five. And I think that was the core of last season, you know, upset with some of the newer core, probably being Kemba Walker mostly, not playing with that same kind of intensity. And I think that frustrated them. And Tibbs is like, we probably had a meeting and was like, we want to get everyone on the same page as last season. You know, we're losing our identity. And the front office probably signed off on it. And then it happened, you know, in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, real talk. Hey, Shah, you know, like you said, we talked about this in right even before it happened. We was talking about this in our previous stream that we was on, and we kind of seen the writing on the wall, man. Because you know, after the Atlanta game, with the way that game went and the way they played that game, I just thought that you know, that was the writing was on the wall team, because even though it was a back-to-back, you know, it's still early in the season to take him out of a back-to-back. Either his knees are that bad, or they just said, you know what, we're going to sit this man out and we're going to do something different. Because even if he got, so let's say his knees is an issue, but man, the season just started, and already if your knees is an issue already sitting back-to-back, I don't think that could have bode well for them, shot going forward anyway.
Yeah, that's a big factor. Kemba coming off those screens, man. We were getting killed with slashes to the hole and stuff like that. Another good thing, that one of the better things about this putting Kemba on the bench, this really opens it up for the young guys right now. You're gonna probably see a lot more Grimes tonight. You're probably gonna see him running with that second unit, trying to be more effective with that second unit right there. And it should. I mean, this is one of the things that I thought that would have been a good comparison. Fournier and Burks on the same team playing together. I think they have similar games, so it'll be harder for teams to double anybody now with both of these great shooters on each end of the wings. So we got something to look forward to, you know, and I'm happy to see that we will probably see a little bit more Grimes tonight too.
Yeah, real talk. You know, one thing I'm glad about also, fellas and ladies and gents, and they'll salute to the chat, man. Y'all up in here, man. Salute to Uncle Fooley, all you guys, man. Salute to you guys, Will, man, Child, everybody, man, that's up in here, man. Charlie King, all you guys, the Fisher Day by Corey, salute to everybody, man. I'm glad that the Knicks had the guts and to make this move. You know what I mean? Because you know, sometimes you're damn if you do, if you're damn if you don't. You know what I mean? If we kept him in, we kept losing, everybody would have been like, man, y'all should have never got Kemba, or y'all should have traded Kemba, or y'all should have never brought him in. And then, you know, and now that we see that it ain't working, and we make him, I'll take him out of rotation, you know, you still want to get people happy or not happy. But I'm glad to see the Knicks did what they did for the organization and for the team. Because if you look at Kemba Walker's number, they was abysmal in that starting unit. He was, every time he on the floor, we was a minus everything. You know what I mean? So, you know, and knowing that we trying to get to the playoffs, we trying to make some noise, and I just think it was the right thing to do. It's better now than never. Or don't wait till it get too late in the season where, you know, the thing done got out of whack and we done kind of lost a lot of ground. KJ, we decided to get and pull that dude right now before it got too late. And I just think that was a good move to me. If you're gonna have to do something gutsy and take the heat for it, then you take the heat for it. But if we're gonna make the team better, then I just think that you had to do what you had to do.
Well, let's be honest. It's 20th game in the season. We played the Atlanta Hawks. So part of me wanted to see how was these guys going to come out against a team with Trae Young, basically the same team that beat them, right? We didn't have Noel. We didn't have we didn't have Rose. We didn't have some of our guys. So I wanted to see what was going to happen. We didn't have Kemba at all. So I think part of their thinking is, wow, we held a team that was scoring in 7 games, 120 points through 7 games. Their last 7 games before they played the Knicks. They won a 7-game winning streak. They were 7-1, 8-1 at home. And the Knicks came in there and held them boys to 90 points. Should have been 88 points if Trae Young didn't make that last little minute second layup. So let's call it what it was. We held them to 90 points. The Atlanta Hawks. And with the team and seeing how those young guys interacted and how they tired down Trae Young, how quickly was able to guard him from baseline to baseline, how Grimes was able to come in and play his defense, how Alex Burke handled himself out there. And to me, that is one of the biggest reasons this change had to come. They seen that and it was like, you know what? Let's see if we can continue that tonight. The same effort, the same rotations, the 4 guard sets. To me, the Knicks came together in their 20th game. Off one game. It showed us a lot what they can do and what they cannot do. So I really want to see if they can continue that tonight with Burks in the start lineup and then see what lineup changes we're going to see. But I want to see Grimes. I want to see Sims. I want to see these young guys play because these guys are our future core. We got these guys going to be with the next 2, 3, 4 years. So we need to see what we got, even at an early stage with these guys right now. So I love the move. Let's see what we can do tonight in Brooklyn.
Yeah. ACT, man, that's a great point, man. With the Kemba Walker was saying that same thing with the Austin Rivers situation. I'm glad you brought that there. But what a perfect thing to throw up there. And it was the same way, Hey, we brought him in there just like last year. We brought Austin Rivers in there. But obviously it didn't work out for what we want to do. And and people got to remember, if Tibbs probably didn't have too much to say in the Kemba Walker situation. But if you're not a defense ball player, 9 out of 10, Tibbs don't got no use for you to a degree. I'm not saying I want to say it in a harsh way, but he doesn't have nothing for you if you don't play defense like that. And Kemba Walker was a big liability on the SCT, and I think that's what it was. I think that he didn't fit the mold of what we was trying to do. And like I said, like you said with the Austin River thing last year, we got it done early so it didn't affect the team moving forward. And I just think that it worked out well for us.
Yeah, I just think the leaders of the club, Julius and that, probably spoke up to, not no disrespect or anything to Kemba, but they probably spoke on what they feel should be done, and the decisions is probably unanimous. And I think the front office and the coaching staff are analytics driven too, and you couldn't ignore the numbers. There were startling numbers, like something like we were the third best team defensively with Kemba off the floor, and we were the worst team with him on the floor. Like, you can't ignore that kind of startling numbers.
Yeah, real talk, man. And so it is what it is, man. We move forward. We get ready to see how this thing gonna pan out tonight against Brooklyn, man. I'm looking forward to the game. I know we all are, and it's an important game for us. Like I said, we do got a lot of guys on a questionable injury report today. RJ, Mitchell, everybody's questionable tonight, man. But like after seeing what I seen against the Hawks Saturday, man, it's like, you know what, it is what it is. Let's get it on. That's I don't know if that's Saturday, but let's get it on with these young guys, man. They show energy, fight, grit. Mitch might be out as well. RJ might be out. That's almost 2 people not starting lineup. You know what I mean? But you got Burks, Fournier, and Julius in there. I want to see how this thing gonna work out because KJ said something real interesting. Shah, he said when one thing allowed Burks, he can dribble that ball in there, but then he can dribble it back out if it ain't nothing happening, and try to set it up again. And I like that about Burks, that he contains the dribble, so like a young quickly do. They contain the dribble. They don't got nothing. They got enough skill to bring it back outside and reset again. I think that's just so important, having a guy who could do that.
Oh yeah, Burks is definitely a crafty player. He's pretty much a consistent player. He does lack some days, like he'll have 3 or 4 good games and drop off a game, and then he'll have 4, 5, 6, 7 games good and drop off 2 games. But overall, he's a pretty consistent player. And like I've been saying all year, man, this guy's defense is something incredible this year. I've never really seen his defense being this explosive, but he's really playing some defense this year. And I'm not trying to compare him to a a Bullock or Alfred Payton, but in his own style, in his own way, man. He pokes the ball. He has quick hands. He pokes the ball out. He does things. He steps into the lane pretty good. So he's a different type of defensive player that we had last year, and I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, real talk, man. Yeah, he's paying dividends for us, man. And I'm happy to see that they brought him back. Now you see why they brought him back. You know what I mean? You know, people that probably wasn't really, you know, they wanted him instead of this guy, instead of that guy. And I always tell people, like, you know, you can get 3-and-D guys anywhere. That they come a dime a dozen. You know, you can get a lot of Reggie Bullocks out there, but you can't get a lot of Alec Burks. He got multi skills. He can do a lot of things Bullock can't do. You know, now that his defense is even coming to fruition more than we ever seen the last year. Now you see why they did bring him back. You know what I mean? And I'm cool with that, man. Salute to my man D-Rob. Salute to the chat. Y'all keep them chats coming, man. Y'all on fire today. Keep it popping, man. Real talk. Pudge, nice. Salute, my brother. Y'all keep it coming up in there. ACT, man. What you expecting out of that game tonight, man? Knowing that, how you think the team gonna come out, knowing that we had this little I don't want to call it turmoil. It might be turmoil right here for people out here. But there's a little bit of shakeup in the Knick team, and now that we got to go out here and play a game tonight, how do you think them guys will come out tonight?
Yeah, I think they'll get up for a big game, you know, with the New York rivalry. But I think the players from last season are still connected in a clique, you know, and some of these new cats are in their own clique. And I think it started from when Kemba did his introductory press conference, you know, he never once mentioned Julius or what Julius did or RJ, you know, that sort of that raised an eyebrow for me instantly. But yeah, tonight I think they're going to play united just because the team from last season is going to say, hey, we're going to just pick things up from where we left off last season. We don't need any disgruntledness, you know.
Yeah, real talk. Yo, salute to Ghetto Intellect. Sammy White, man. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Y'all keep it popping. Salute to y'all coming on. Appreciate y'all coming on, man. Be civil, my brother. You already know all you guys, man. But yeah, man, I'm hoping that it just, you know, it is what it is. It's business as usual. I think once you step in that on that court, you don't think about all that stuff, man. You get right to what you got to get to. You know what I mean? And you go in there and when the ball gets thrown in the air, KJ, you just go out there and battle, and you don't worry about the noise that's outside the line, because I think that's all irrelevant once you step on that floor.
Absolutely. I want to give a shout out to my brother Ghetto Intellect, man. That's a good brother right there. Family, I call him my big brother right there. Good guy right there. Great Knick fan, good guy. I'm happy he's here. But
with the thumbs up, like and subscribe to everybody. I know.
I want to say what I like about this team now is when a big part of our winning last year was we were able to switch everything on defense. And I think a lot of them forgot about that. What Kemba didn't provide, that Alfred Payton provided, at least Alfred Payton can get over and can really get over those screens and switch with anybody. Kemba went from, I'm not one to bash Kemba because Kemba did some good things here. He did do some good things here. But just for this particular team, it just the personnel, it wasn't right for him. For what the way Tibbs is a defensive minded coach. Now that we have this situation with Alec Burke, we're a bigger team on our first unit, and we can switch everything. Watch tonight when they have Harding dribbling that ball, Patty Mills, and they're able to switch and they're able to get by in double teams faster, and we're much of a bigger team. And that's why I said if the first unit sets the pace, when our second unit comes with those fresh legs, we have the situations like Atlanta series, where even if we're missing those threes, guess what we have now? We have the personnel to defend these guys full court without getting that tired because we have so many different guards. So, like I said, I love the move. I always wanted, not always, but once I seen the first couple games, I said, you know what? We got to insert Alec Burke in this lineup. Again, I'm going to keep repeating this. I didn't think it was for Kemba Walker. I thought it was going to be for Evan Fournier. But it's worked out. And let's see. My question to you all is, how long are we if things don't work out with Alec Burke at the point guard, right? Say for the next 5 games, we have a 5-game stretch coming up with Pacers and other teams that we got. If it doesn't work out, what's our next move?
Yeah, CT, you can answer that. What's your thought on that one? Can you hear me, CT? Yeah. What about you, Shah? The question that he just put, if you're Alec Burks, what do you think the next move is?
Well, we already sent I think Deuce is over there in the G League running amok over there. So I mean maybe they put some Obey on him or something like that, getting them ready. Because if Kimba's not going to be starting and Burks is not going to be the man that we think he is, we're going to have to either insert one of these young guys. Before we even think about a trade or anything like that, let's build from within. If we can't do nothing from within, then we'll look elsewhere. But I think we got two guys on that bench that can really get us some significant minutes and some good scoring, and definitely overall great defense.
Yeah, real talk. Absolutely, man. That's why I'm not too concerned about it, and I'm not too concerned with Alex Burke because he's a savvy veteran. This is like we don't have too many traditional point guards in the league no more. Other than allowing the ball to his brother, there's a couple of Rubio and guys like that. But you don't have. It's not that pass first point guard league anymore. The shoot first point guard league per se. So I'm not really concerned with that. We got everybody that's in our starting lineup, other than the center, they can handle the ball. They can put it on the floor. They can make passes. So it's not like he's gonna mess up the chemistry because like now we that's where the NBA is going. It's not like everybody is an old old point guard like back in the day where everybody just would pass first, set guys up. It's a different league now. So I think that's why I'm happy about it. Even Steph Curry don't even do that. You know what I mean? So I think that I'm fine with it, and I think Alec Burks gonna pay some dividend. And even if Alec Burks don't have a great game tonight, but that we win that game, and he does enough to keep the team at competing levels in our first unit where we're not behind 10 early, or we right there, even if we down 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 points, we will be competing more harder in our first unit. And I just think it was the right move because you think about it, you got Derrick Rose, a savvy old veteran who he's like a Kemba Walker, but maybe a little bit more fresher. So, I can understand why they did it. I mean, we had to make that move. I don't have a problem with it. I think Alec Burks in there. He did it last year. Quite a few. You start him. Doesn't mean he got to stay in the whole starting minutes. It's just good to be able to have that body in there, that fresh, that body like Alec Burks to start the game off. He got size like Alpha Payton. He's gritty like Alpha Payton, and he's obviously a way more better scorer and on all phases than Alpha Payton. So I don't have a problem with it. I think it's going to work out well. And let's hope Alec Burks go in here tonight against two guys and make a hard on Harden, make a hard on Patty Mills. That size is a big difference. So we're gonna see how it go, and I can't be more excited about it, CT.
Yeah, I agree, man. The size is the biggest factor, I think, I think the difference between Alec Burks last year is he's putting more effort defensively. Have you noticed his activity pick up? I think playing with that second unit, he just knows to come in with energy. And I think he's shooting better as well. And I think having Evan out there, also, let's not discredit Evan. He is an addition. He makes life a bit easier for all the other starters, in terms of stretching the floor out.
Yeah, absolutely. Shah, I think Evan, he's in the last 5-6 games, he's starting to get his feeling back. He's starting to get his groove back. That's good to see. Evan Fournier starting to get his rhythm going, man. And like I said, anytime he scored 18 points or more, the Knicks is undefeated. You know what I mean? So, to have him getting his groove back is a good thing, man. I'm happy to see him finally starting to get his rhythm back, getting it back to what he do and what we brought him here for, to help his team moving forward.
Yeah, I'm also happy about that, man. I like Evan Fournier, and I think he could really contribute to this team right here. He's starting to not be scary anymore. He's starting to come around that off that pick, and he takes those 2 steps, and he's right up with the ball. So he's starting to do what he needs to do. I mean, I'm just saying, he making that money. He better make them shots. How you say it, Divine, $1 million a point, or something like that.
Right. Yeah, real talk, man. Yeah, I see that, man. That's what we need him to do, man. And you know what? If I think he continue to do that, we be in a good place, man. And I think we really be able to move forward. I'm excited, man. I really am. Some people might be bitter about it, but I'm excited about the move. I'm happy about the way things are going. I like that size in that starting unit. 6'5", 6'6" point guard. You got a 6'6", this close, almost 6'7" shooting guard. You got a 6'7" small forward. Then you got Julius and Mitchell Robinson. So to me, it just was a good move all around, and from a lot of perspective to me, man. Let's hope that this thing it gels. And the good thing about it, it's not like you're bringing in another guy off a new team to take Kemba Walker's spot. KJ, Alex Burke's been there. You know what I mean? It's not like this guy coming in, everybody disappointed because a guy came from another team and took his spot. No, this guy played with us last year. He been there, so it's not like everybody on the team will be upset because Alex Burke took Kemba Walker's spot. I don't think nobody on that team would be upset with that. To me,
nah. But you know what? I wonder what the comment. It just seems to me that this had to be on this thing with Kemba Walker just ain't happened. This had to be something that went on for a while. Some conversations were already had. Like, so I really wanted. I wish I could have been a fly on the wall to see how did they let the news to Kemba Walker and let him know. Like, my man said, "Look, we not taking him out. We taking him out the rotation." So it seems to me some friction there. Like I said, Tom Thibodeau's not obligated to him because I really think they were really grooming IQ in the summertime to be that point guard position. For now it's changed. So it's more to this story as it may go. But look, like I said, we moving on from it. We know who Burks can do, what he can do. He's one of them guards that I used to hate then because he's not flashy at all. But the one thing, he's fundamentally sound. And guess what he can do? He makes the team better when he's on the court. I'd rather have a guard like that than a guard like whatever that couldn't do as much as he can do. But like I said, the jury's still out. Let's see what we seen one game here starting. Let's see what this man can do tonight, and then forward. The jury's still out on this team. We're 11-9. I think we were 11-15 at one point last year, and we were 25-27. So we are already ahead of schedule where we at in December. Think about it, guys. When is the last time we've had a over 500 record in the month of November or December in that 5-10 years? And this is why I said the Knicks have spoiled us as Knicks fans, and rightfully so. We should be spoiled, Devon and CT. Like we said the show before. Like, hey man, look, this is our only fourth time in a whole 20 years that we made it to the playoffs. I mean, over 500. So we got every right to be spoiled, and I just love the move that happened. So
yeah, real talk. Like I said, no knock on Kemba Walker, man. He came in here, we gave it a try. And right now, this is not to beat up on Kemba Walker thing. Just part of what happens when situations come up in the NBA, and you have to talk about it. And I'm glad the Knicks got out to the forefront of it. They put it out there one way or the other. They wasn't trying to let it be under covers or sneak behind the closed doors, and then all of a sudden they're popping, everybody tripping. No tips. And listen, he got respect for Kemba Walker and what he did in his career and his numbers and everything. He just had to do what's best for the team. And that's what it should be about. It shouldn't be about one individual. It should be about the team. What's best for the New York Knicks moving forward, not about what's best for Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker got $20 million guaranteed. He ain't tripping. You know what I mean? But we need to get this thing together, man, because we 6-8 in the last 14 games. We under 500. The team wasn't playing well, CT. And I don't have no problem. We all talked about this on the pod. We like about a 20th game of the season, we all said it. If this thing don't get better, Nick's gonna do something. Just let everybody know that real talk is real talk. That's why the streets be buzzing, because we were talking about this on these shows for a long time. Nothing everywhere, nothing but Knicks everywhere. Wherever you podcast from, I'm quite sure this conversation was being had on these streams. And sure enough, it comes to reality. The 20th game of the season, they switched it up, and I'm good with it. That's why I like it. It wasn't no hyperbole. There was straight facts up in here, and I'm happy about that, CT, because I just think it need to be done.
Yeah. I'm happy with the way they did it. I think Kemba, too much has been talked about what he's achieved previously. It's a different situation now. He's been traded and he's been waived since coming to here, and also his play and his salary is more reflective of a veteran minimum kind of guy. I mean, if any other team made any other lineup change about a veteran minimum guy, there'd be no uproar, So I just think they did it. I think they did the right thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that, man. But you know what? But now, like tonight, man, I'm really psyched about that game tonight even more. KJ, I'm psyched about that Brooklyn game tonight, brother. I mean, this is one game I hope we can go in there, and if all them players we said that's questionable, some of them could play. Man, I hope he go in there and steal us in Brooklyn, man. And oh man, that'd be beautiful to come off 2 wins like this here, back to back win against somebody who knocked you out of the playoffs. with somebody in your same city who's trying to overtake what you do. And I just think it'd be phenomenal if the Knicks go in there and beat them boys tonight. And you know, you ain't gonna be able to stop KD and all that, but you could slow them down. And I'm interested to see how it's gonna move with Alex Burks in the start lineup. I really am, man. I want to see how these guys come out and make it happen, man. I think that'd be phenomenal.
Hey, listen, this is our 4th national televised game, right? You know what happens when we on national television, right? We win, regardless of the opponent. We undefeated in national televised games, so let's not forget that's on TNT. You know, Barkley, Shaq, and all those boys, they're going to be ready to play. So you know what happened in Brooklyn. You know, lights, camera, action. We ready to play. All those guys out of questionable tonight, they're playing tonight. It's a big game. And like I said, it's the battle in New York City. You know, we was here first, you know. They from Jersey, they didn't Jersey Nets. Like, I'm from Jersey, but I like New York Knicks, you know. So kicking back to Jersey, getting back over to Prudential Center, man. Leave Brooklyn. You know, Brooklyn Nets should be the Westchester Knicks unit one day. You know, we got to get them back to Jersey somehow. Get them back over the river. But anyway, to your point, Devon, big game tonight. TNT, we get this win. And I like the momentum that we have right now with this team. I think it's going to be a lot difference. And the young guys, listen, the young guys get the ability to play. And you know what, young guys with ambition, what happens? These guys are coming. They're coming. The energy is coming. We could D James Harden full court. IQ can stick James Harden full court. Grimes can do the same thing. We need that, you know, and that's why I think there's going to be difference. Like, our young guys are going to be difference making in this game tonight.
Yeah, real talk. Yo, man, salute to the chat, man. Sergeant G, man, in the building, Vinyl Soul, Rob, my man, Peace, everybody, man, child, all you priests, Lord, chop low, everybody. Salute to all you guys, man. But yeah, man, I think it's gonna be a good test, another test for the Knicks tonight. Shaw, you know, it seems like every time we play somebody, it's a test for us. But now I think let the games begin now. We done got through the 20 games of the season. That's out. It ain't no more excuse. Well, you know what? We haven't gelled yet. We haven't played together long enough. Oh, that's out the window now. Let's go put up a shut up time now.
Yeah, for real. I think one of the big things that the Knicks looked at about this sitting Kemba down was, like we all talked about earlier, about being the number 3 without him in the offense. And right now, I really want to see these young boys tonight. I want to see Grimes tonight really come out there and really do some things tonight, because he's about due. He's been in about 2 games now consecutively. So I think tonight is the night he come out and he's gonna put some points on that ball, man. He's gonna volley for him to stay in a secondary unit. So tonight's the night for him. He better tighten up his shoes and tighten his belt up a little bit, because I think he's gonna get a little bit of minutes these next couple of weeks.
Yeah, real talk. Hey, I want to piggyback up on man Ghetto Intellect, because the Brooklyn Nets are originally from Long Island. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they are originally from Long Island. Yeah,
originally from Long Island. So they can sit up there too.
Yeah, they used to be with the Islanders. Yeah, they used to be out there with the Islanders. Yeah, right. The Islanders hockey. Yeah.
Hey, Vaughn, I forgot my boy Ghetto Intellect. He's a numbers guy. You can't get nothing past that guy. I didn't even know that.
I was about to throw it out there, but I was like, I'm glad he got it popping.
Salute.
Yeah. But yeah, man. The game tonight will be interesting. You know what I want to see? Shaw, this is one of the games where you always speak truth to power about pace. We need to run Brooklyn. Let them boys run them cats, man. You know what I mean? This should be a thoroughbred show. We should be like we had the Kentucky Derby or something. Yeah, but them cats should get out there and run them boys up and down that floor and put the pressure on KD and James Harden, make them play some defense. Make Patty Miller, LaMarcus Aldridge. Come on, man. Y'all run up and down the court like a bunch of thoroughbreds tonight. You know what I mean? And make them cats chase you on a fast break. Soon we get a block or a rebound, push the ball up the court, shot, just move it like you say, man. I think that should be one of our main game plans tonight. You know, and you know, just on that note in general, let me just break down you know, what I think the 5 keys to the game is. You see what I'm talking about. I think the key to the game tonight is 1, defense. You know, we got to bring the A game on the defense. Number 2, I got rebounding. Number 3, I got limited turnovers. Number 4, 3-point percentage. I don't care how many you take, just shoot some, just get a good percentage. And number 5, pace. Just like you always say, Shot Powers, we need to play with that pace tonight, man.
Yeah, they definitely those are 5 real good takes right there, Devon, and that's word up because th- with this bigger lineup, they should be able to rebound better. Like last game, they had about 56, 57, 58 rebounds, and they look better. They look more convincing, and pace, I always speak about it, man. Pace, 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 and more pace, man. If they push the pace, man, this should be a cakewalk, man. It's no more young guys that we could put in now. So if they run with pace, then the end of the game should be something lovely.
Yeah, real talk. Yo, salute to my man South Goon. South Goon, I got you, my brother. We throw the link up in there in a minute, man. Y'all come up here and get it popping. Yeah, man. I agree, man. We run them cats tonight, KJ, man. Just use that young athleticism. Cause that lineup when they had that 23 and under lineup the other day in Atlanta with Sims, and I was like, you gotta run them cats, man. They need to run that lineup tonight. Make them boys run up and down the floor, tire them out. Especially with our defense pressure. With our defense pressure and making them chase our offense, that can easily turn into our favor. KD, if they implement that game plan and work it to perfection.
That was our summer league lineup, and that's what I'm saying. These teams, this lineup with Grimes, Sims, Obi, IQ, that is our core Knicks with the likes of McBride whenever he gets his time. This is the Knicks that we're going to be talking about, that we hopefully be talking about for the next 4 or 5 years after some of these guys go. So out of this group, this crop, we need to see that even at 20 games, because the proof is in the pudding. When you put these guys in against an Atlanta Hawk team who smashed us in the playoffs, who had the personnel, who did everything they can do to make things happen, guess what? We held them guys at 90 points. And I'm going to keep saying it. It could be one. Anybody could beat anybody on one given game. But these guys were 7 and 8-1 at home on a 7-game winning streak and averaging 120 points. So if I'm thinking that, guess what? I'm doing the same thing. A change has to be done. And that's why I said I have no problem with the Knicks changing their lineup, because I know at any given night, when them guys are shooting and they making their 3-pointers, they harder to defend. And we have the young legs, the young personnel that can come in and can defend you full court. Now imagine you got IQ defending James Harden full court like a mosquito. That's annoying. We're going to annoy the heck out of you every single time. And this is why the Knicks got to play these young guys tonight. I'm going to keep saying it. Young guys, and one thing about Julius Randle, how much you go, Devon? My fault. Julius Randle needs to drive everything to the hole. Nobody could D him. He did. You see what he did against AD, right? Do the same thing tonight against LaMarcus Aldridge, James Harden, and KD. Get them guys in foul trouble. That's how we defeat them tonight. Get them big guys in trouble tonight, and we good.
Yeah, real talk, man. I think what we got to do tonight, like you said, KJ, it's important that we take that to the whole. Because they don't have no shot blockers down here. You know what I mean? They're not a shot blocking team down here. You know what I mean? And I think we just got to go at them cats, man. And then once we start, penetrating to that middle, and once they collapse, you kick that ball out. You got Grimes out there, Quickly out there, Fournier out there, Randall, RJ. I mean, Burks. Come on, man. You'll be in trouble down there if they drive that ball to the hole today, and wait for them cats to collapse, man. And Julius Randle, we know he got a good pass and IQ, and I think he get into his bag, and I think you're going to see more assists from him now with Burke's there, just due to the fact that Burke is a supreme scorer. Watch his number, watch Julius Randle's numbers go up. Now Julius Randle don't have to put all that pressure on himself that would be the one to score the ball. That's why I think it was a major move, because what do Alec Burke do more than anything? He get buckets. You know what I mean? So that takes the pressure off of Randle. It takes the pressure off of RJ. It takes the pressure off of Fournier, because you got a guy in there who can literally just about from anywhere on the court. So I think that's going to bode well for them tonight. And let's hope that this thing work out well, man. I'm excited about it. And we got to get it tonight, man. We going down at the Barclays, 7:30 in Brooklyn. And but you know what I mean, we going there to get it, man. You know what I mean? And I think we do well if we go down there and win that game tonight. Then we got Chicago coming in there Thursday, which we split with them. We owe them a payback game from the last time we played them. Man, we beat Brooklyn tonight, and we beat Chicago the next day. I know it's one game at a time, but if we do that, man, this thing is going to be huge for New York, man. We get a 3-game win streak. We beat 3 of the top echelon teams in the business, and Atlanta might not be in the top echelon, but because they were playing, but they had won 7 games in a row. They was on their way up there, and we killed that momentum. So good to that. But let me bring in my brother, man. You already know who it is, my man. Chop Low. What up, fam?
What up, Chop?
Salute, peace. What's good, my brother? Your mic.
Muted.
Your mic. You muted.
Oh, my bad. I was muted. Salute. God bless everybody. I just want to make sure I come on show some love, man. On the real, it's that real Knicks talk. You heard?
Yes, sir. How you been, man?
I'm good, sir. God bless you, sir. God bless the people. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the chat. You heard? Let's get this tonight.
Yeah, yes, indeed.
I'm from
yes,
Brooklyn.
indeed.
We got to beat Brooklyn.
Okay. Yes, indeed. Real talk, man. We got to get that. I think we will. I think we go in and handle it, man. Let me bring in another brother. He got the perfect name to the perfect segment on that joint, brother. What's good, my brother? You got Beat the Nets. That's what I'm talking about. Beat the Nets. What's poppin', man? How you doing?
Yo, my net, what's up? I'm Ghetto Intellect.
That's Ghetto Intellect, Divine.
I'm nice to meet you,
God, appreciate
man.
you, brother.
Wait, that's
Nick.
G.I.? Why he sounding like a newbie?
Yeah. Thanks for having me on Knicks. This is my first time on Knicks Real Talk, man. But my man KJW told me about it, so and then I get over here and the whole I guess I honestly I was the last one to know. The whole family's over here. I'm the only one missing. Chop Loader left me over, you know what I mean? So, I guess what I have found is home. I just didn't have the right address to home, but I'm here now. I think my brother's in the corner's name is CT.
Yes, sir.
Nice to meet you, my brother. Thank you for having me, man.
That's Shy right there. CT.
Oh, Shy
right there.
Shy, and you're Devon, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed.
Nice to meet you, brothers. I knew KJW would tell you I knew Kimba wasn't going to work from the start. The reason I took it right off the bat is because there's 11 games where we play back to back, and I'm hearing fans today say, "Well, I didn't know Kimba's knees were that bad." No, Kimba's knees are degenerative. They will not. They don't heal. So it's about management. So I knew those back to backs he couldn't play. If you're going to be able to use them. If you plan to use them in May, you're not playing them in back-to-backs in December. That's for sure. So that's 11 games. That's 11 games right there. That's almost a quarter. It's 80 games. 11. You can't. So now you got to talk about pain management. So I knew Kemba was already looking at playing 50% of the season at worst, but that was a realistic number. So I'm like, how can that work? That can't, because you can't say that's going to be your starting point guard. You're only going to play 50% of the season with. And I just think people say, well, we got lucky when we got him. I think what they got him is they said, we'll try it for 20 games. If it don't work after 20 games, we're putting them on the bench. So I think that is what happened with Kemba. So let's see what happens. What I was excited about last game is how the ball moved, how the guys got at it. And I think these guys know each other. And I think if the Knicks Leon Rose didn't have to do anything, I think he could have brought the very team from last year back together. I think the pure fact that they know each other, they know their roles, I think we would have played better already through this point of the season. So let's see what happens. We basically have the same team as last year plus Evan Fournier. And I don't think Evan Fournier is a problem at all. I think there was some mumbling, but trust me, now that Kimba's going, Evan's going to get more than the amount of shots that he wants. Let's see what he's going to do with them. There's going to be the ball's going to move, and guys are going to get some shots. Whether they make them or not is what's going to determine what type of team we are.
Yeah, real talk, man.
Let me say something, please, before I'm gonna go in the background. But G.I. made a great point, and I want to ask G.I. a question too, because now what he said made me think about this. Is it the young boys, G.I.? That the cohesiveness, and they playing so much better because he's running the guys from last year, even the guys. This is the first time we had the summer league. You know what I'm saying? Post pandemic, so now they playing together. Everybody's playing together as well. The young boys is running, right?
They are.
Yep, real talk. Yep, absolutely. Good point. Shop low. Listen, I'm gonna bring Sarge in the building. We got the panel on fire. We got the chat on fire. Salute to the chat. Salute to everybody up in here, man. And because as the panel grows, then we gonna get our thoughts and pass the mic to everybody. I want to make sure everybody don't feel like they left out. Because when the panel grows, we got to kind of pass the mic and shift the rock and get more assist up on the panel. Make sure everybody's scoring the bucket on the panel tonight. So, but without further ado, let me bring in the man from Tampa. And you already know how he is, the sergeant at arms in the building, man. Sergeant, my man, what's good, fam?
Hey, first of all, salute to the chat. And
Sarge, don't put me in the brig, Sarge. I'm leaving. Don't put me in the brig. I'm leaving, Sarge.
Hey, most importantly, salute to my brothers on the panel, man. Hey, as always, it's always an honor and a privilege to be up here with you guys on Knicks Real Talk, brother. I'm telling you, just like G.I. said, every time I come in the building, I feel like I'm at home. And Divine, thanks for having me, brother. You know what I'm saying? No doubt.
So talk to me, man. Talk to me about this move. How you're feeling? What's your thoughts on it, man? I know you got to be feeling good about this, especially with your boy Obi topping out fire this year. So give it to me, man. Real talk.
I'm gonna tell you real quick, and I try to refrain from talking about my boy Obi because we all know how I feel about Obi and how I felt about Obi from the beginning, right? So I'm not that kind of guy that comes back and say I told you so. But I'm gonna leave it at that with Obi Toppin, right? I'm gonna leave it right there with that.
But you did tell us so.
I did. I don't want to say I did, but yes, I did. But at the same time, with this Kimber thing, I agree with everything that G.I. just said, right? Free Keith was on earlier on Freezy's show, and he laid out a bunch of relevant points. You know what I'm saying? We took a fly on Kimber. And, if it had worked out a little bit differently, we'd have been talking, it'd been a whole different conversation. But, Father Time is undefeated, brothers. Father Time is undefeated. So when you think you go out and get, and in people's minds, when they heard that the Knicks signed Kemba Walker, in their mind, they're thinking Charlotte Hornets Kemba Walker, not the Kemba Walker that was in Boston. That never crossed their mind. So I say all that to say this. We gave Kemba a chance, and he's still on the roster, and there may be a upside for his future. I wish the brother the best, but he's just not working for the Knicks right now. I will say this. I will say that Tibbs, the move that he made, I believe that and I said this a couple shows ago, I believe that if
wait, Sarge, you got to be careful because remember, it's not a move that Tibbs made. It was the front office.
Well, we can label it how we want to label it, but in the narrative right now is Tibbs made the move to take Kemba Walker out of the rotation. That's the narrative, right? Regardless.
Sorry. I thought you were saying for signing him. Sorry. Okay.
No. What I'm talking about right now is present day situations, right? So Tibbs made a move. He took Kemba out of the rotation, not benched him. He took him out of the rotation. So that's two separate things, right? I believe this. I believe if Derrick Rose is healthy at this point, then the move would have been different. That's just my personal belief, right? Because if we look back at how substitutions were made when Kemba wasn't playing, who came off the bench and who was starting in place of Kemba Walker? It was Derrick Rose, right? Let's not get this twisted. Now, I believe that Alec Burks brings something unique to the starting lineup. Number one, I believe he has the repertoire and the forethought to be able to be, if he needs to be ball dominant and remove a Julius Randle from the equation, he has the clout to be able to do that, right? So, and that's important. That's important because we have all seen how Julius Randle being ball dominant is not healthy for the rest of the team. I'm just being honest. This is no shade.
That's right, sir. That's right, sir.
No shade on Julius or nothing like that. But I'm just telling you, a good player becomes great when he is able to get his teammates involved and make the team better at the end of the day. That's what it's about. You can be a stat pounder all day long, right? So I don't care. That means nothing to me. What I'm more concerned about is what needs to be done to get RJ Barrett going, to get him out of the slump that he's in. Now, he's playing great defense right now, right? But I need some offense from RJ as well. What are we doing to make sure that when Mitch is in the game, that we're capitalizing not only on his defensive paralysis at the rim, but at some point, Mitch, I'm gonna need for you to go call Jerry Rice, right? Call Jerry Rice up and let him know I need some drills to be able to get my hands together, so when the ball hits me in my hands, I can go ahead and capitalize on that and get me a bucket, right? I need that from you, Mitch. I'm just saying. No shade. No, I'm not trying to throw shade at Mitch. I'm just saying we need to be able to score the ball in all aspects of the game at every position. Now, when people can't score the ball, guess where you go? You're not even sitting next to Tibbs. You're sitting next to Johnny Bryant's assistant to the assistant, right? You were way down the bench at that point. Once Tibbs pull you out of the game, hey, you're gonna have to work on how you get back in the game. But for the game tonight, I feel like this. If the Knicks come out full of energy from the tip, we got a chance. What we can't do is come out lethargic and be in that slow motion type. I don't need to see that. If I see that, I'm turning my TV off. I'm telling you right now, I'm turning the TV off. Turn it off. Right. I need to see that starting five get out there and I won't even say if we can be up by 8 points, I'm good with that, right? Because I know if we up by 8 points when the bench comes in, it's all bets are off at that point. I want to see KD's tongue hanging out of his mouth as he's running up and down the floor. That's what I want.
Okay.
I want to see.
Hey, Carl, let me get somebody there. Hey, KJ, go ahead and get in there, brother. Yeah, let's try to keep everything to it, man. We got a lot of guys on the panel, man. I want to make sure everybody get in there. Don't sit back waiting. Let's try to get in there as much as we can. We can feed the rock to everybody because we got a lot of cats here. But KJ, give me your thoughts on the game tonight, my brother, and then we slide over to Shaw Powell and we keep it moving, man. I want everybody to get in here. I don't care how long y'all go, but just keep in mind of the other cats on the panel. I don't want them to get it.
This is how we gonna do it tonight. We're gonna do it like this. If I'm putting my Tibbs coaching hat on, I got to key on two players. It's either Harden or Durant. I'm keying on Durant. I don't want the ball in his hands at all. I'd rather sacrifice the points from Harden, but KD is the killer. We got to take the head off the snake tonight. Key on him, and Julius Randle drive everything to the hole. We got enough personnel. We got Burks. We got Fournier. We got other Julius. You shoot the threes. We got the guys that can shoot the threes, top end, or whatever the case may be. But that's my keys to the game right there. Them two things: Julius drives to the hole, and defense take it out of KD's hand. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, real quick, hey man, Shaw hit on some real great points. Shaw, and I think we just gotta, like KJ said, and Shaw said, we just gotta go after these cats. And I do agree, man. Take the head of the snake. You're not going to stop them guys. But you got to slow them down, though. Just slow them down. And we slow them cats down. And our offense, I don't think Brooklyn defense is. You know what I mean? I don't think they top of the food chain or nothing. I don't think that's something we got to worry about too much. And they are missing Joe Harris tonight. That's 1 3-point guy we don't have to worry about. So I just think we got to go in there and key on Durant. Hey, if he goes for 30. Julius Randle at least got to go for 23 to neutralize it. You know what I mean? Just to neutralize his scoring. Like a prime example, what Alex Burks did the other game against Atlanta. Trae Young went for 30, 32, but Alex Burks neutralized that because he dropped 20-something. So it wasn't a big plus minus in that point guard position where we got destroyed because Trae Young had 30-something and our point guard had 7 or 8 or 10 or 12. So I think the same thing applies tonight to me. Julius Randle need to beat Julius Randle tonight, not in the scheme of the game, in the flow of the game, no, but I want to see Julius Randle get it tonight. That way you match his fire with Durant's fire. We're playing in the confines of the game, not being the ball dominant, being ball hoggish or whatever. Just get get the point that we signed you here for. You know what I mean? Get us 20-something, 11 rebounds, maybe 5 or 6 assists. And that way, if KD goes for 30, he only scores 6 more points than you did at that position. And then hope everybody else catch fire like Edward Fournier and RJ, and I think we'll be fine tonight.
Yeah, one of the big things for me tonight is out of the next 3 games, this is the game that's probably going to be the most complicated because we got 2 outstanding scorers on the team. But with our defense, it's all about pace, and that defense and grabbing some rebounds and some more pace and getting out and running some more pace. It's always going to be about this pace. So with these young guys in here and with Burke pushing this ball up, I think we're going to be in a pretty good predicament tonight to to get right over the hump. I don't think it's going to be a big win game. I think it's going to be a tight game all game long. I want to see these guys really play up on these 2 superstars and lessen the load on everybody else.
Yeah, real talk. Hey, G.I., I mean, you know how the Knicks get down, man. You know, we the New York City Gritty Committee, man. If we come there and play that gritty defense tonight and make it hard on them guys, I think we got a great chance of walking out at Brooklyn tonight with a win, man. Give me your thoughts on what you think we need to do to get this thing out, get this thing over the hump tonight.
I think when you played some competitive basketball, and I've coached a young man above me, so I know how hard he played pause when he went at it. And anytime we set up to play a team that had offensive players, we didn't really focus what those guys were going to be doing on offense. We wanted to talk about what those guys are going to be doing on defense. Were we going to be making sure that they were sticking players that were moving on offense, that were running through picks, because that's when we can get them. You can't beat up on them when you're defending them, and especially in today's NBA. So I want to run those guys through some picks. We got to make KD work on defense. We got to get him in foul trouble. We should want him arguing with the refs, getting frustrated. We've got to get engaged in the game, and this is what our offense. That's the only way. That's what an offense that moves and does different things and flows. You know, as long as we don't get that ball stuck on offense, because if you get inefficient offense against a highly efficient team that plays well on offense, it's a recipe for a blowout. So our best defenses tonight is going to be highly efficient offense. And when KD and them come down, let's get them frustrated. Let's make them put up some quick shots. Let's make them feel like yeah, we need to get it going. Yeah, the crowd's getting a little yeah. Where's the game? It's in Brooklyn, right? So we're gonna have Knicks fans there. Let's give our Knicks fans opportunity to get loud tonight and want them to get KD wanting to shut them up. Turn this into a war in New York. Let's make it nice and nasty tonight. And I like what we can do with it, Devon.
Yeah, facts. Hey, sorry, I've been asking for your boy to get more minutes all year. I think Obi earned that right to get the minutes, man. And I think they got to get him to 20 minutes now. It got to be some way. I wonder with this move right here, where Alex Burks slide into the 1, does that kind of give Obi a chance to maybe even a few minutes at the 3, maybe, not saying the whole game, because I think it's positionless basketball. And I think if the Cleveland Cavaliers can run Jared Allen, Mobley, and Marketing out at one time, we damn sure can run Obi topping every now and then at the 3. So I think your boy need to get some more minutes, man. Talk to me, man. What do you think we could do to get this man some more minutes? I think he should be 20 or something at least.
So it's interesting that you bring Obi up, and I've been watching, and I said this a couple shows ago, right? I've been watching the minutes versus the amount of points that Obi scores, right? He is almost 1 for 1 as far as minutes and the points scored. Now, nobody is checking for Obi right now. That's going to change as we get further into the season. I'm telling you, it's going to change, right? So what he's doing right now is not what he's going to be able to be doing later on this season unless he modifies his game and develops that post game. I need to see Obi develop a post game to where he back somebody down and take him to the cup and get them in foul. To G.I.'s point, get them in foul trouble, right? So I agree that when Obi's on the floor, he's that energizer bunny. Regardless of what's going wrong in the game, when he comes in and he gets that everybody throws Obi a lot because he's the first person down the court. The only thing you have to do is be able to cross half court and throw the ball up in the air, and Obi can go get it, right? But I believe that with more minutes, Obi's maturation process is accelerated at that point, to your point, Devon. So, if we can get that young man more minutes, I'm all for it. But at the same time, I believe this as well. I believe with the Burks move, what that does, it brings a Grimes into the equation, right? And Grimes has already established the fact that he's looking for Obi, and they're building that dynamic along with Quick, right? So everything that we talked about, as long as we can keep this thing going, keep it moving in the proper direction, we're gonna be great. We are gonna be great.
Yeah. Good take, man. Real talk. Appreciate that thought. Because I just think that Obi having a year summer league, having a chance of playing training camp, going up against a select team. I mean, him and Manu quickly didn't have the opportunity last year because of COVID. They couldn't do no summer league. They couldn't do the training camp they wanted to. But I think that if somebody's crackling in the background.
That's my bad. I just put my headphones in. I just came in the house. Sorry.
That's all good.
Chop eat pork skins right now. Skip him. He eat pork skins.
I don't eat pork. Sarge, I don't eat pork. I don't even eat meat like that. Sorry, Sarge.
My bad.
Yeah, let me get back at it, man. Like I said, man, with the maturation of Obi Toppin, I think it meant quickly. Now you bring Grimes in there. I just think that we needed that young energy, man. KJ, we needed some young energy up in there because we was like, we was like in cement every now and then, but to see this athleticism and this energy and all this coming in, man, I just think you mix it in with the blend of veterans we got. I think this is what we should have been looking for at the gate, KJ. But now I'm excited to see Grimes. I call him Allen Houston 2.0. I mean, I'm not saying he's Allen Houston, but his style of play. But I love what this man brings to the table, and I'm glad to see that they made this move. And I think Tip did the right thing. He's like, listen, Grimes gonna give me. You can't give me right now all that. Kemba Walker scoring, but he can give you one thing Kemba Walker can give you, and that's that defense, brother. You know what I mean? Real talking that. Y'all
what it is? Like I said, the NBA is changing. These guys are coming in more NBA ready, as opposed to a couple years ago. These
From
guys,
young, right?
Yeah, the 2 or 3 year projects. These guys are ready right now, and so we got to give Tibbs kudos. Tibbs was known for not playing the young players at all. Now he's starting to adjust. So as he adjusts, the players got to adjust, and vice versa. And this is what we're seeing happening. So think about it. If we can see that the team is playing much better with these young guys, and if we seeing as fans, this guy's seeing his team every single day in practice. They know what's happening in practice. So my thing is, when you practice as you play. And if Grimes is showing you that he's doing his thing in practice, if Sims is doing it, and everybody else is doing it, guess what? Them guys need deserve to play, and this is what we're seeing. So I just want to see the consistency from Tibbs too. You can't go from one, even if Rose and everybody come back, we still need some mismatch of these young guys in this game, because the young guys are going to help our veterans out, because guess what's going to happen with the young guys? The young guys can go in there and take the bullets for them legs. So when we need there's older guys doing playoffs, look what happened last year. Our youngest guy last year was IQ that made it happen, and D Rose was the best player on the team. Quickly. And D Rose was the best player on the team, but D Rose got tired. But now we got this young, fresh legs. Like G.I. tell you, G.I. know I had to cross him up, and he was Gary Payton to me playing defense back in the day.
I had to come pick him up. I had to pick him up. Like
so that's what I'm getting at, man. Keep this young energy in, and we good.
All right, so what you saying is Tibbs is in question now?
No. I'm just saying Tibbs has to go. I like the way Tibbs is adjusting his coaching style. Tibbs is known not to play young guys, but what Tibbs is doing now is he's adjusting
after
his
the 20
style.
Game mark, right? After the 20 game mark.
Well, not even 20 games. I think he just, as a coach, he's seeing tape. He's a tape guy. He sees what's going on, and if us as fans can see that, I'm pretty sure the coaching staff and he can see it too. So.
All right, because I just came back and I missed part of the conversation y'all was talking about, and then I just jumped into this one here, so I just missed it. But okay, I'm sorry.
It's all good, brother.
Hey, Sha. if the Knicks do win tonight, let's just say hypothetically we go out there, we beat Brooklyn tonight, we move to 12-9, and the way the East is beating each other up. Like I was telling CT a couple of games ago, like, man, listen, if the Knicks handle their business, we good because the East is just beating each other up. You know what I mean? They got a couple of games in the stretch where Brooklyn was playing this team, everybody that we fight against. You know, they playing a lot of each other. They playing each other in the East, and everybody taking L's against one another. All we got to do is win. If we win that game tonight, by tomorrow, we probably could be fourth in the Eastern Conference possible. That's the way the thing is shaping out right now. So I think this was a good time for them to make that move. And I think if we could catch fire, man, we'd probably be in a good shape going into the next 5 or 10 games.
All right, because I want to ask this question. I want to ask you guys
hold
a
on,
question.
hold on. Let my man respond. And I'll get
it's all good. Go ahead, Chaplo.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say nothing super. Like I don't think I was gonna say that the next 3 games we got right here is what's going on right now. These next 3 games, tonight is gonna be a rough game, but Chicago and Denver, they got players out. Everybody got players out after that, man. I think these next 2 games after tonight are very winnable games. So tonight is a big night, man. And if we get our starter unit out there, like I said, with pace, we'll be all right. I ain't worried about nothing. I'm not worried about no team in the NBA against these Knicks, man.
Facts. Chop low. Go ahead, my brother. Get it in there. My bad.
No, my bad. Because I was saying because I'll be missing some of the games, and then I probably watch the replay, and I look at the highlights, and then I come back and I watch everybody, all the different podcasters talking. So I'm getting a lot of perspectives and getting an understanding of what's going on. Because I missed the last like 4 or 5 games, if you will, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I watched them I'm not watching them in real time. Like tonight, I'm gonna watch it in real time, right? But I'm not watching in real time. And I see the fans talking about and everybody, because everybody, listen, Knicks fans, the chat, all of you guys, you lot, all of us, we not stupid, if you will, right? We know what we're talking about, right? So I want to know what y'all thinking about and talking about, because now is a shakeup. Because it was in the post, I was like, oh, and then I saw it in the post, and then I saw in my mind, I thought CP from Knicks Fan TV broke the news first. They took Kemba out the line. I was like, oh snap! But I saw it in the post, but then he said it, and then everybody started talking about it, whatever. So in my mind, I'm like, is that good? Or because all the fans like, yo, you should run the young boys. And listen, for me, I'm adamant for that, right? I'm a catalyst for running the young boys because they really do look better than maybe Julius Randle got something going on in his head. I don't know. But then I heard from the other day, one of the shows, they was like, yo, RJ Barrett looks good with the young boys that's coming off the bench on the floor together, if you will. So I was just asking, like, is Alex Burke starting as a point guard or in the lineup, if you will? Because you don't know. It might be RJ running the point. He did it in Duke. Remember, he was running the point, right? He was a facilitator, right? Is that going to be good for us against the Nets tonight, or?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that because I think we in the league. I'll do this, then I'll pass the mic to Sarge. We in a situation now as positionless basketball. We got shoot first point guards in the league now. It's not like your traditional point guard running there and setting up everybody, trying to do triangle type of offense things to let you the Golden State Warriors and Steph Curry don't even do that much. I just think that you know what, Alex Burke know how to dribble a basketball. He know how to handle a basketball. If we can handle a basketball, then we fine, because Julius Randle can handle a ball, Evan Fournier can handle a ball, RJ Barrett can handle a ball. I don't think that's an issue to me. I just think that, you know what? I think what I like about it is the size he brings to that starting lineup. Now he's a 6'6" point guard that can pretty much match the LaMelo, the match Alonzo, the match all these guys who got that height, you know, at the point guard and all these other teams, opposing teams. And so I think that it just makes it bode well for them. Like Pud said, Swift Army night, the cat plays defense. I think KJ said something real important early. He's like, now they can switch. Now when you switching and when you get caught in the pick and roll or something like that, you don't got somebody on Kemba Walker like a big forward on Kemba Walker or a small forward on Kemba Walker when you get caught in the pick and roll. Sorry, because Alex Burke is basically 6'6", and I just think that it to me is not an issue, to be honest with you.
And you know, Uncle D, you know, Devon, he's been in the back of the paper for the last 3 days. Every time the Knicks win, even if they lose or they was trying to come back, Burke's been in the back of the paper. So it's like,
Right,
So-
right.
Well, this is what I believe tonight, and Shaw just said it a few minutes ago. It's about the pace, right? What we can't do is we can't get caught in the trap of coming down court and trying to set up half-court offense. Run these guys out of the gym. Run them out of the gym. I'm telling you right now, the reason that Alec Burks is in the position that he's in right now, he pushes the ball up the court. Now, once the ball crosses half court, it's anybody's game. If Julius got it going, give it to Julius. If Evan's shot's falling, give it to Evan. If RJ finds his offense tonight, give it to RJ. I'm telling you right, it's all about the pace. Don't give these guys time to sit back and think about what's going to happen. We ain't got time for that. This is basketball, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, from the tip-off, I said it before, I want Kevin Durant's tongue hanging out of his mouth. He gonna be calling from the sideline. I need oxygen, coach.
Pause.
Get. Hey, he gonna be raising it, coach. Hey, I can't right now. I'm not conditioned for this right now. And Harden is not even an issue. If we running these guys up and down the court, Harden gonna be the first person to be like, hey, somebody come get me, because I can't hang. Pace is gonna be the issue tonight. And I think that Burks is the guy that's going to be able to push the issue. I'm just saying.
Real talk. Man, I got the all-star panel in the building, man. I got KJ Event, Shaw Powers, Sergeant. I got GI, Ghetto Intellect. I got my man, you can't talk about Chop Low enough. Supreme System Lord, man. Knicks Real Talk, we in the building. We got the chat on fire. I mean, it is what it is. You know how they get down. The chat is where it's at. Without the chat, ain't no Knicks Real Talk anyway. So let's kill all that. And salute to the chat, man. Y'all keep it popping up here. Keep throwing that energy here. I mean, I'm like this here, Ghetto Intellect. I think the Knicks go up in there tonight, bring that A game on defense. And if they bring that A game defense like they did in Atlanta, despite, we know Brooklyn's not Atlanta, but, they still an NBA team. We go down there and bring that New York City Gritty Committee defense there, man. I think we got a good chance of walking out that thing with a W tonight. And I could feel it in my bones that it might pop off that way.
Yeah, no, we looked so much like a team last game. Mm-hmm. And we looked like we were so ready for war. And Atlanta brought the same energy. You could tell they kind of went about it the same way. They looked at each other. They were kind of surprised that it didn't go the way it went last time. And to see those young guys getting out there and getting some minutes, man, that was the other, if you've been a Knicks fan for a long time, long-suffering Knicks fan, you've seen us draft bad and go after bad contracts for players over the hill. Yep. And I feel bad for Kimba, but that's what he was starting to represent. And then those players take away from young guys. So, like KJW was saying, we want to see Grimes tonight. We want to see McBride. We want to see Sims. We want to see. We want to see everybody, man. We want to see the guys get some minutes, blend in, and everybody share the ball. If you play at a fast enough pace, you'll get tired. And if you get tired, you come out the game and trust that somebody else can come in and represent for you. So it's going to take our depth. It's going to take every ounce of it that it takes tonight, because there's some snipers. Those guys got snipers on the other end of the court. We don't have snipers, but we can keep coming at them with pop guns. And, if we get up more shots, and ours is loaded, we can win,
No doubt.
Yeah,
no doubt. Reloaded.
Yeah, man. Listen, hey, we just got to this week going out there to cut down the nets, plain and simple. We're going to cut down the nets like we in the hood with no nets on the rims tonight. We're going to cut them down tonight. That's how it's going to be. You got to cut them down. They got to play. We cut the nets down tonight, and we walk out of Brooklyn, and it is what it is. KJ, talk to me, man. Give me your thoughts and your outlook on the game tonight and your predictions. What you thinking tonight?
Listen, so it's organized street basketball. Everybody up in this panel played street basketball before. We know it's no 1 through 5 street basketball. Any man, from your tallest man to your smallest man to your fattest man to your skinniest man, plays street basketball. And guess what? Everybody can bring the ball up. And this is what the definition of New York basketball is. Deep Vine, you always say it. defense, New York Gritty Committee. We do it all the time. Everything's coming in that building. That my prediction of score, I got 105-90 Knicks. We won by 15 tonight. I think we continue our defense. And the reason I'm saying that,
I like
and
it.
I said the same thing on with Freezy earlier. The reason I'm saying this is because the Knicks are going to be a different team when they can switch in and out, and they can bring these young guys, these young fresh pup off the bench, because their bench can't keep up with our bench.
That's true.
You know, so that's why I'm going with it, right? 105. And the biggest thing is we're on national TV. We're 3-0 in national televised games. The Knicks
and there's no replay tomorrow on MSG either.
That's what I'm saying. So 105-90 my predictions. And like I said, the biggest thing is Julius Randle take the ball to the hole every single time. Get these guys in foul trouble. That's the key. You don't need to rely on your three-pointer right now. We got other guys that can do it, but when you open, you shoot it. Take it in. That's my take tonight.
Oh, real talk. Hey, Sha, I know you got out of the prediction business, but you know how we do down here, man. Come on, talk.
I got something out there tonight. I think tonight is going to be. I'm going to try to talk this into fruition tonight. I think this guy Grimes is going to come out here tonight, and I think he's really going to get on top of this ball. I think he's going to have a pretty decent game for a rookie. I think he's going to have some really good scoring. And tonight, I think Randall should have another productive game. I'm not sure if he's going to have no 30, 40-point game or nothing like that, but I believe production for him tonight. And what I would like to see tonight, I would like to see RJ really get a little something in there tonight. I ain't looking for no 30 points, 20 points from him, but a little 15 points, little 10 rebounds, 4 or 5 assists, play some solid defense. I'm good. I'm going to go something like be civilized. You in my head, my guy. 108, 104 to Knicks. Be civilized. Salute.
It's gonna be a grind out. I like that. Yeah, too.
Yeah, hey, great mind think alike. Be civilized and shy. Y'all on point together.
Facts.
Hey, Chop Lord, give me your predictions and your thoughts on the game tonight. What you expecting tonight, fam?
Listen, GI said the same thing, and BI civilized. I mean, BCB hashtag civilized said the same thing too. So I gotta agree with what they were saying.
Okay.
But I would just want to say for the chat, grimy season, because I'll be talking about Grimes time. Grimes has been Brad time in the chats and the other podcasts. So I like that take. G.I. said it for me.
Yeah, good one. Hey, Sarge, man, come on. I know you, Sergeant Damas. So get it in there, brother. Come on.
I like that one.
He said Sergeant Damas.
So what I would say is this. I'm not going to discount the fact that the Nets have people on their squad that can just go off at any drop of the hat, right? And what we can't account for is that the person that we don't see, and that's that person that comes off the bench that has averaged like 9 points a game the whole season. Now all of a sudden tonight he comes in and scores 35 points. That's something that we don't account for, right? Having said that, I got the Knicks winning tonight, but I'm gonna go a little bit higher than my man KJ. I believe if we can keep the Nets below 100 points, then we're golden. We are golden.
We golden.
But however, ladies and gentlemen, I am of the belief that we're not gonna be able to do that. So I'm of the belief that the Nets will score 116, and the Knicks will score 122.
You got them running amok on the scoreboard tonight.
Oh, G-Man, for real. I know the Giants won the other day. I'm sorry, but sorry, Devon. I know the Giants won too.
I'm a Giant fan too. Big Giant fan.
I gotta relax. I'm like, hold up. I was bringing the numbers, keeping like Atlanta game, keep it in the 90 mark.
I wish we could. I'm gonna tell you this, right?
I was going with GI and them.
This is why I say this, right? Because you're dealing with a bunch of professional basketball players with egos. Now, once they see that score starting to get run up, KD is gonna take that personal. I'm telling you right now, he's gonna take it personal, and that's why I said that from the tip off.
I knew it.
I need
the fans know that too. G-Man, you right. Julius Randle takes it personal. He thinks it's Carmelo Anthony.
I need his tongue to be hanging out of his mouth the whole game. Because the long legs he got. Because KD got legs as KD's legs as tall as I am. I'm like, that's how big KD's legs are.
So you say we got to bring Kevin Knox out of hiding to play against him?
I don't know. I'm hoping there's an unsung hero tonight. And when I tell you who I think that's going to be, y'all going to be like, G-Man is out of his mind. Take his sippy cup away and don't let him back on the panel ever again. I'm telling you who the unsung hero is going to be tonight.
I didn't say Kevin Knox. I was just saying it.
No,
as a joke.
I'm telling you who it's going to be. It's going to be one Mr. Jericho Sims.
South Guna got 101 to 98, 3 points, orange and blue. I see somebody. Oh yeah, Hall of Fame Nation Sports Car got 122, 117. They talk about running like y'all guys.
That was a shootout.
You know what? I think the Knicks defense is starting to get back. I think the last 5-6 games they've been playing some pretty good defense. Other than the one game kind of let somebody score into the last few minutes in Chicago and things of that nature. And obviously, Chris Paul. I mean, nothing you can do about that. You know, they on a level that we're not on yet. But hey, GI man, give me your last thoughts on this thing, man, and give me what you're thinking about tonight, man, heading into for the results tonight.
I'm sorry. My position is this. As long as we come down, because this game tonight, let me put this on you. This game tonight, whether we win or lose, doesn't make or break our season.
Fact.
What matters tonight, the day we cut Kemba, and we want to know that that's the right decision, and we start Alec Burks, is are we going to be in the last few possessions where we be in the game, or will we have blown the game away? But even if we're just in the game in the last few possessions on national TV, this is a nationally televised game, correct?
It is.
Yes.
So
People want to see, people from all across the country want to hear about these new New York Knicks. Yeah. Oh, and then they're going to be talking about the fact that we cut Kemba and we did them back. We got to look good tonight. That's more important than anything. We have to look like a basketball team. We have to look well prepared. We have to look like a team that wants to play the game. We have to look like if all those boxes are checked, we win this game tonight. And I truly could care less what the score is. I'll be a very happy Knicks fan tomorrow. It might sound like a cop out, but again, I started the statement by saying doesn't matter whether we win or lose this game. What does matter to me is whether we look like a team.
Yeah, yep. I appreciate that. Yeah, man, that's something we do on Knicks Real Talk. We always throw out predictions out there. We know none of us Jack hit the nail on the head. We came close. It is a little segment we do having fun with it, man. We predict the scores. We know how the game go, man. But listen, man, I had the all-star panel. I appreciate all you cats getting up your head. Sorry, you know how we do. Chop low. And a ghetto intellect, man, the door's always open. Thanks for the subscribe. I appreciate you, my brother. Thanks for the intellect and everything. The door's always open, man. Come up anytime you're willing and able, brother. You know how we do. KJW, my brother. You know what it is, man. Shaw Powers. You know how we do. But listen, man, Knicks will go down there in Brooklyn at the Barclays tonight, try to get it popping, and try to come out here with a W, man. And move us to 12-9. I think we finally about to hit that stride, though, God. I think that, you look at the way we played the last 5 games, our defense has been coming around, and Fournier, out of 4 of the last 5 games, he's been shooting pretty decent. That's good to see because we need him. I do think that RJ, the last game, 15-7, he's been rebounding the ball well the last couple of games. We're going to watch, like I said, any Knicks statistic I'm going to throw away in the Phoenix game, because Phoenix just came out there and did what they did. That's what we're trying to get to, their level. But I do think that it was a good. We on a good run. I think we go down there and play Kevin Durant on hard today. Slow him down. You won't stop him. We can slow them cats down tonight, man. I think we got a good chance of walking out there tonight with a W, man. And tonight, man, the streets are buzzing. We know we're gonna be down there tonight at 10:30. CT gonna have the streets buzzing down there, man. And we win tonight. That place gonna be on fire tonight. So we might as well get your energy juice flowing, get your Red Bulls tonight. The Knicks win, you better get some Red Bulls and everything. It's going to be on fire, man. But real talk, salute to the chat, man. Will, Jarvis, Elton Lee, the professor. You already know, man. South Guna, my brother, salute to you. Be civilized. Man Child, Nation Sports, Nick P, D. Ross, everybody, man. Let me get y'all, man. I ain't trying to leave nobody out. Y'all know how we do down here. Yeah, man, real talk, man. Big Taz was in the building. Port Nice was in the Jarvis in the building. Everybody, man. The Fishers was in the building. Tim Mattos, Frank Mattos, everybody, man. Amari the Great, Minneapolis in the building. So we got everybody up in here tonight, man. Sal Guna, Sam Holt, Olivia Smith. Thank you, Olivia. Appreciate you coming in here. Real talk.
Man like Sam Holt.
Yes, indeed, man. Everybody, man. We got it popping
D.
out here
Ross.
tonight, you know. Yes, sir, man. Everybody. I'm a lot wide piece of the God. You already know how we get
Peace.
down.
Peace,
Extending,
Lord.
Bad Boy for Life. Man, y'all cast it up there. I love it, man. It's me. Salute to you. Real talk, man. Y'all
Peace,
cast it
Almighty.
with that. I'm gonna tell you, you know the thing on fire when you got Chop Low in the building. Come on, man.
For sure.
Come on, man. You already know, man. We got Supreme Sister Lord Corey Jones in the building. Salute to you, Corey. Man, everybody, man, this is a blessing, man. Will, my man, you already know the streets of Butler CT. Man, I can't get enough of y'all cats, man. Let's keep it moving. But yeah, man, listen, Knicks Real Talk. We in here. Knicks go Knicks tonight at the Barclays. Let's get it, G-Man. We got KJ, we got Shaw, Chop Low. Thank you, my man, Ghetto Intellect. CT was on the panel earlier, but CT trying to get the bread and butter on the other part. He got a job to hold down. But we're going to get it, man. Like I said, everybody enjoy that game tonight. Be safe. Eat well, drink well, do what you do, man, and save your energy for the streets of Butler tonight. And I'm gonna get out of here.
Knicks family, we love you. We love you, Knicks family.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. You already know we about to be out. Knicks
family, we love you.
Peace.
Jamendo.com